Sometimes I look back in life at all of the things I've done and the things I haven't done, what I wish I could have done, and everything I've ever done, and it really gets you thinking sometimes. It really does. And many of you, I'm sure, all have your troubles. Nobody is perfect. Everybody has things that trouble them. Everybody has problems. Everybody has flaws. No one can outrun that. That's a factor of life. We've all had promises that we've broken, maybe even the same promise multiple times that we've broken, etc., etc. And, you know, it sucks. Looking back at all the friends I've made and lost over the years and how I used to be and what I would do to just go back in time and avoid getting into the messes I've gotten in, it I think about it a lot. And truthfully, it's been a crazy past 4 years. It's been crazy for everybody. From pandemics to civil unrest to elections to political division to all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's been a absolutely insane past 4 years, and I'm sure for a lot of people they just didn't know how to handle it, and honestly, I don't blame them. These past 4 years, and especially the past couple, 2 years, have just been tough for me. I look back at all the false promises I promised one of my friends about how I would change as a person when I didn't. All those times I said that things would be different. It was all a show. Everything was a show. It was all just a dramatization. Was I actually going to do it? I had planned to, but I grew complacent because I thought things were fine, and I didn't try to change. However, here we are. In 2024, it appears that the darkness in my life is finally lifting. The depressive episode that has plagued me since late 2022 appears to be lifting, and as we see, the sun is now rising on a new horizon for 2024. Big things are in store for my life this year, and I just wanted to say that's why there will be a lack of content beginning in spring, or beginning probably late spring and going until about fall, like right before the election. I will start uploading a lot of videos again. It's just I'm embarking on a personal journey. I just feel like I've had too many letdowns in my life. Whether that's promising people I'll change and then I don't, and we get into the same situations over and over and over again. All the things I've said to people that I didn't mean, or people misunderstood, or that I misunderstood what people said to me. I think back on that quite a bit. I think back on parts of my life where I think, hey, this friend actually cared about me, and I didn't care about them, and or I think about all the unnecessary drama that's just plagued life the past year. All the unnecessary online drama that just doesn't need to happen. Constantly being reassured that it won't happen, but yet it does. I sit here now at around 10 p.m. on February the 21st, 2024, with a message to everybody. It's never too late to change. Your personality flaws, whether you struggle with addiction, narcissism, and among other things, it's definitely very, very hard to change, but it can be done. All the broken promises that I've left people, all the things I've done, how broken I was just a year ago, mentally and somewhat physically. It's tough. It's been tough. It's very tough to even talk about it, really. because I've kept silent on this for 4 years. But I am a horrible person. I am just now realizing that. The amount of broken promises I've left friends, the amount of things I've ruined because of my loud mouth, or the amount of times I haven't been able to stick up for myself because I'm too afraid to for fear that it will cause unnecessary tension, which has led to even more unnecessary drama that I didn't intend for. I look now as the sun rises on a new future, a new horizon in my life. The fog and darkness that has been covering the landscape that is my life the past year and a half is now lifting. I got more important things to worry about. I have to worry about a career. I have to worry about finding someone to start a family with, which I am definitely very close to finishing that process. I need to figure out what I'm going to do once I get out of primary school. Or not primary school. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for post-secondary. Big things are coming up in my life, and really, I just thought I would take this time to kind of reflect on the past couple years as just what they are. How crazy they've been. All the things that have happened. It only seems like yesterday we were sitting here on New Year's Eve 2020 talking about 2021. And now we're sitting here in February of 2024. But again, I relate back to all the broken promises and things that I've told people in my life, all the broken promises I've said to people about how I will change or things will be different this time. But yet they aren't. It's more of the same. I look back on the things I've said to past friends that have caused them to get mad at me and hold grudges against me, or the things I've done that have led to petty arguments. I look back at all the things that have happened, and now it's to the point where everybody doubts me. This is not meant to be a sob story. This is not meant to be a feel bad for me moment. Don't feel bad for me. Learn from my mistakes. I know this seems like an out of pocket video for me to make, but I'm making it right now because I have just realized that I need to change as a person. And it's time to stop getting complacent. There comes a time when there's no more room for immature games. There's no more room to be, to be acting to be acting the way you do. There comes a time when you need to change as a person. There comes times when you need to overcome challenges as a person. I am facing a crossroads within my life. I'm currently at a major crossroad in life right now, and I must choose the correct path to go down. I need to further my personal growth and my character growth, and I need to further my career and social growth as well. 2024 will bring many good things. 2024 is going to be a crucial year in my life, and I know for many of you it will be too. My message to seniors graduating high school this year: sometimes you got to take a risk. Figure out what you're going to do and do it. Don't sit back and be cautious. Just do it. Have the balls to maybe take a risk that no one else has done before, that you've never done before. You know. And try not to dwell on the past too much. Focus on the future. Focus on the road in front of you. Because let's face it, when you're driving a car, do you look in the rearview mirror 24/7 about what's behind you? No, you don't. You take a quick glance and you keep looking forward. My message to anyone who is in need of personal growth: look forward to the future. Look back on your mistakes. Identify what they were. Actually try to fix them, and don't get complacent. Don't get lazy. Don't forget. Don't make it a soap opera for people to listen to about how you're going to change and you never do. Fix yourself. And if you already are fine, well, continue to grow. Take risks. I don't know. I'm making this video because truly, I'm looking back on the past mistakes I've made and just realizing that I just don't have time for those anymore. I was a dumb kid back then. Now, things are getting real. The weight of the real world is now setting in. And personally, it's time to stop being immature. It's time for immature games. It's time for false promises about change. It's time for actual change. It's time for progress. It's time to stop repeating the same mistakes of old. It's time to learn from those mistakes. Use it as a change, or use it as a springboard for your personal growth. To all of you, I say this: never forget those before you, but do not dwell on them. Do not constantly compare yourself to the people before you or the things in your life before the present. Don't focus on the past 24/7. Focus on the now and focus on the future. Because you can't change what happened in the past, but you sure as hell can change what happens in the future. To conclude, 2024 is going to be an important year in my life, and I'm going to take full advantage of it for my own personal and physical health. I'm going to embark on a journey of improvement. No longer will I be getting involved in petty online dramas or stuff that just quite frankly has been a drain on my soul. Now, it is time I actually focus on doing what's right and I focus on what I can control. I focus on the people who care about me. And it's time I focus on the things that actually matter in life. Big things are in front of us. The sun is rising. Let's take full advantage of the daylight while it lasts.